All right, all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. For all of you that are entertained by this little stupid shit, I hope there's something you can learn from what I'm about to convey to y'all, right? So, for those that are tapped in, I just did a video, this video right here, in which we're going to go over some of these replies or replies from a specific person pleading to Brian Vlogs to not be anyone's sucker, right? You got somebody, you're putting yourself under that hot light of interrogation, saying, "Oh, I didn't confirm it. I didn't approve for Tone Space to diss you. I don't know why he did that. Then he dissed. You know what? He dissed you in a song we did about a month ago too. I didn't approve that either, sir." And he does this to a person that continuously, this is him and this is his music. This guy actually did that. Please check this video, B Vlogs Don't Be Anyone's Sucker, for more context. Preferably after you continue and proceed to watch this video. Now, Brian Vlogs responded, and he doesn't seem too happy about it. These are his replies. Okay, fake black dude, let's go. Right? We'll just start there because that's enough to reply to. Now, anybody that watches that video can easily see that the crux of what I was doing was trying to not only defend Brian Vlogs, but to get him off of the sucker shit that he's festering in, right? To get him to step out, be a man. And another big theme of the whole thing is to separate this fake ass little collective of people that they call the black sector. You also got another thing called the beef sector. They're all the same shit. People that spend copious hours of their day listening and engaging and participating in talking shit back and forth and putting down other people. They do this day after day, nearly decade after decade. It's going on 10 years in a lot of people's cases, right? So he's somebody that's caught in this world, and then the guy that's at the center of it, the biggest loser of them all, for whatever reason, he's trying to appease to him, right? Now, mind you, in a community like this, in order to be king of said community, it's like Bizarro World. It requires you to be the most insecure. Why? Because when you're the most insecure and feel the worst about yourself, you're going to have the most shit to talk about other people about. And that's what the whole thing is about. Is about talking shit each other and putting people down. So the king of putting people down, the most insecure one, the biggest J-Bron of them all, this guy is appeasing to, even though he is a subject that person has been putting down for a long time, right? Now here we go. Brian Vlogs came to me. He wanted to do an 8-song EP. I'm like, cool, right? He's on here flexing, saying he's the Dr. Dre of the sector. His beats are the best, this, that, the third. I don't say shit about it. You feel good about your shit? I love it. You like it? I love it. Cool, right? All I do is action. You send me beat, I give you back song, or I put out song. You send me another beat, another song, right? We got 5 songs in that was supposed to be for an 8-song EP, right? None of that talking shit, none of that saying, oh, send me a beat and I'll think about it or this, that. No, send me beat, I churn out song with an expedient turnaround, right? The other guy, the guy he's defending, has told him that he will never rap to any of his beats. I didn't say this. The other guy said that, right? And then I do a song dissing him, or just basically saying what I'll do to him. I don't even think it's as much a diss song as it is just me expressing my opinions of what I hope to do to him when I catch him, and pointing out how the guy is a pussy because he'll fight everyone except me. That's pretty much what it really is. But he's defended him. He's saying, "Oh, I didn't give him permission." Well, first, you little punk bitch, Brian Vlogs, that is, you little imp, 5'6" little bitch. I don't need permission from anybody. If you give me a beat, your job is done. You provided the motherfucking beat. I provide the rhymes any motherfucking way I want. Do you hear me, you little punk? I didn't even like it when you sent the beat and you said, "Yeah, rhyme how you rap on that other song on this one." I didn't really make a big deal of it, but I said, what the fuck this nigga think this is? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna dictate and try to guide how I do my art? No, you give the beat and you shut the fuck up, and then I do whatever the fuck I want with it, which is what I did. And I didn't mention the guy's name. So on a technical level, you could say, well, how do you even know it's a diss tool? You know why I didn't mention his name? It goes along with the main crux of what I'm trying to do. Get niggas off of this little small community shit. I didn't mention his name so that the song could have commercial viability. In the other song I did, I didn't mention his name either, where I alluded to the other bitch nigga, because commercial viability. Why? Because after we did this 8-song EP, I'm throwing the shit on DistroKid, and the plan is to break bread 50-50 with Brian Vlogs, put money in his pocket, show him that, look, you could just put your music out and you'll make dough. This nigga sitting on hundreds of songs, whether the shit suck or what or not, he doesn't use samples, all original production. So no one can sue him, nothing. He could just make a DistroKid account, have his shit on Apple in 3 or 4 days, hundreds of songs. He'll make a few G's, right? And this is the stuff I covered in the video. So the video, I'm bigging him up. But being that he's a simple-minded, he's a functioning retard. Very simple-minded, but functionable. You know, he's able to clothe himself and, you know, talk to a fat, sloppy bitch with a wide Native American face. A lot of wide face bitches this guy fucks with. You know, little imps like himself. He's able to ride a vehicle and go to work and come home. You know, simpleton. Real super simpleton type of guy. Functioning. He's able to function. But actual logic beyond just a simple place, his mind can't go there. So something about the video I did, I guess there were a few cues, or I guess he just got triggered just for me even mentioning how he was being a sucker, pleading to this rapist guy and say, no, I didn't approve that he could diss you on the song. Oh, you know what? It's a song he did before. I didn't approve that either. I think just me even putting that in his face triggered him where he feels like now he should attack me. But no, don't attack me, attack yourself. You're the one that actually did that. It's not like I made something up. Yeah, I'm putting it back in your face so you could see that that's some sucker shit so you could get off the sucker shit. It's not meant to be an attack on you. But since you're a little ugly little 5'6" Pisces on your tits, little punk motherfucker, then you know what? There it is. But look at shit like this. This is the shit I'm talking about. Read this. Okay, fake black dude, let's go. Like, ooh, now he's gonna be thinking about this shit all night. He thinks that we're going somewhere now. He thinks that, oh, I'm part of this collective, and now we're gonna have a back and forth, and it's gonna be so exciting. And instead of 4 people in his live chat, he's gonna have 5 people in his live chat, and he's gonna be doing something, and then he's gonna do a song, and we're gonna be talking about this. And then instead of 8 people getting the attention on him, or his video getting 22 views, now his video is gonna get 35 views. And it's gonna be this whole big thing. Bitch, I'm not in that world. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Uh, will I engage you beyond this? If I feel like it, you know, for fun. But I don't give a fuck about this. I'm not part of that collective. But I tell you what I will do, what I definitely am gonna do. Since you're being disrespectful, this is what I'm gonna do, right? And if I were in your face, I would do this. I'd have to look down a lot because I think you like reach the top of my waist or something. You know, you're very short and wide. What I am gonna do, right? We did 5 songs. Well, one of them you're on, so I might scrap that one. I'm gonna take at the very least 4 of the songs that we did that you produced. Fuck it, we're not doing any more. Fuck that EP shit. Produce, you know, shouting you out. Fuck all that. I'm going to take those 4 songs with your beats on it, and I'm going to put all of them on DistroKid, right? And I'm going to add some more songs to it, make a little album of my own. 4 of them are going to be produced by you, and I'm going to get all the money for it. I'm just going to, in your face, I'm letting you know as best as I could. If you were in front of my face legitimately, I would do that too. But while you're caught in this little fake world of niggas talking shit, I'm going to do something that actually has a monetary effect. And I'm going to make money off of your shit, and there's nothing you can or will do about it. Except, because there is a little caveat to that, there is something you could do. And this is me just still being a good-hearted person. Because remember, my whole purpose, the theme, is to get you off the little shit and get you involved in something productive. Because in order for you to have a gripe with me making money by putting this shit on DistroKid for you to flag it or whatever you got to do, that means you would have to make a DistroKid account, right? You would have to be productive and do that in order to just flag it. Now, if you flag the shit down and you make an account, I really don't give a fuck. Them shits are expendable. I really don't care. I'm just going to do it just so I could look you in your face and say, what? I'm jacking your shit and there ain't shit you could do about it. And if you got a problem with it, do whatever the fuck you're going to do. I'll fuck you up. It's one of those type of moves, right? But the good-hearted part of that is if you do make a DistroKid account, now you got an avenue where you could put music up. And you could actually make a few $1,000s putting your music up. And then also what I'm going to do is if you do make a DistroKid, beefing with you or otherwise, I will then be open to giving you your deserved splits on those songs that you produce that I'm making money of. We could do 50-50 splits on those 4 or 5 or whatever songs of yours that I take and make money off of. So now I have a feeling you're just going to stay that lazy, fat, ugly motherfucker and you ain't going to do shit. You're just going to complain and probably make little songs and talk shit and say that I'm foul and like as if I give a fuck about that while I'm making money off your shit. That's what I predict is going to happen. But if you decide to get any type of initiative and you actually do make an account, shit, the door is open for us to then split that money so you could get your just deserved money, whether we're beefing or not, because real niggas know how to separate business from emotional shit, right? Or you can make a DistroKid and you could flag it down and and then it's gone and nobody makes money off of it. But even then, I'm doing you a favor because I got you off your ass, and now you have a new avenue that you can make money off of. So even though this is kind of like a shit on you and punk you out move, which it most definitely is, and ain't a motherfucking thing of impact that you can or will do about it, it still has a little side of it could help you out if you freak it properly. You know what I'm saying? So while you're here talking about let's go and having some little small bullshit community spat and doing little tinkety tink songs and shit, I'm going to do something that could literally stick my hand in your pocket and pull out dollars that you didn't even know were there. Right? So that's how we're gonna do that. And then in addition to that, I might do a song here or there at you back because I know you got a song on the way for me, right? Or I might not. All that shit don't matter. So that's what that's about. But let's go over some of these replies. Okay, fake black dude, let's go. Let's start there. Let's start with that. And he's done this before. He has an issue of whatever my race is, and for some reason he thinks that I'm what you think I'm itching to be accepted in the black community. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm from East Harlem, born and raised. I've been in the hood, been there, done that, sold the t-shirt. I do not give a fuck about any of that. Never have. I never had an issue of trying to appease to the black folks or my fellow black folks or the half of me that's black. I never gave a fuck about any of that. Never had any problems. Always been cool. If anything, I'm the one people are trying to appease. Yes. And I am not all black. I am both a nigger and a cracker. Let me say that again. I'm both a nigger and a cracker. I'm a mix of both, and I'm so very pleased and happy to be that beautiful mix of both. So all that fake black shit, you're talking to somebody that don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Take your black ass on. If you are a white person saying some shit, I will say take your pink ass on. So that don't mean shit. Now let's see this other one. Tone, you're you're such a chump. Like as if I have something called a such a chump that I'm doing something with. Not like I'm such a chump. Like he's telling me about my such a chump in this. Tone, you're such a chump. Remember when LA dissed you and you almost started crying, talking about you was broke and can't afford ramen noodles? Boy, don't play with the goat. I have that video somewhere downloaded. Aren't you a Pisces? What you want to be a Capricorn for? Well, see, this is that little small bullshit community shit that you're talking about anyway. Let me break it down to you. Let me break it down a little more. There's nothing you could ever do to any capacity that's gonna make me feel any level of embarrassment about a motherfucking thing. There's nothing I said on video that you could dig up that you could have. Please, now I'm holding you to it. Produce the I Can't Afford Ramen Noodles videos and play it. Play it, give it to other niggas so they can play it, and let's see how much I give a fuck about if you do that. Let's see how much that affects me, this ramen noodle video. I think I have an idea of what you're talking about, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, find it, play it, cuddle up with it at night, and rub its head and put it to sleep and go night night with it for all you want. I don't give a fuck about that. Now we got this tone. It's a fact though. You started talking about L.A. over beats I sent you. Yeah, and why do you have a problem that I talked about LA over you about beats LA sent you? He's talked about you over beats that he's jacked online, and he said that he would never rock any of your beats and has been punking you out left and right. All right. So I didn't talk about you over the beat you sent me. That's the only shit you should give a fuck about. Did I talk about your little imp short bitch ass over a beat that you sent me? No, I didn't. And now, I just wanted you to make a song, dude. Yeah, I made a song, but you don't dictate how I make a motherfucking song. I make a motherfucking song about what I want, how I want. Once you got the beat, your job is done. But in this case, the job wasn't even done because the beat you sent me was only a little bit above a skeleton. And it's the issue that I've had with your production. You got some shit that flows cool. Why do you think them other 3 songs I did, or at least 2 of them, there was no chorus? There was no chorus because you don't have enough change ups. You don't put choruses in your beats. I think one of them I was able to work around it and I did do a chorus. But this song, I had 2 verses and a chorus. So what did I have to do? I had to add a chorus to it. I had to then play out that tune, giving you your props. You played out the Ambitions tune. I then had to play out the Ambitions tune, turn it in, use a different instrument, put that in the chorus, and then you had the same tune throughout the whole shit. I like color. I like variety. I like to make real songs. So yes, I ended up playing out some more shit and then sticking that up in between the verses so the beat could have a proper change up. You didn't have anything in there of like the beat dropping when the chorus comes, so I had to edit that and get the beat drops at the right place. I want to start the second verse with a totally different sound with a beat drop, so I did that. The bass you did the dum 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 dum. You played it out cool, but it was so fucking low. It didn't have any bump or umph to it at all. So what I do, I played the shit out myself and I gave it some breadth. Not breath, breadth. Breath, Breadth. I had to give it some thickness. So yeah, I practically halfway made the beat with you. But now you're gonna say, you didn't ask me if it was cool to diss another person on the beats or even add sounds to my production. I have to agree with Rio, who responded with stop sucking stick. I'm gonna say stop sucking stick and stop sucking dick. But let's really break down the passive aggressiveness that you have as a human being with what you're saying here. I'm gonna really break this shit down. You said, you started talking about LA over beats I sent you. Yeah, who gives a fuck, right? But the thing is, I would have never known that you had a problem with that if that rapist were not in your chat room earlier mentioning how he liked the beat. And since you saw him in the chat room mentioning how he liked the beat, you were like, oh, now's the perfect time for me to let him know that I didn't know he was gonna diss you on that song. I had no idea. Ooh, I'm so glad you're in this chat room so I could let you know. Matter of fact, you know what's been aching me for about a month already, sir? He had a couple lines dissing you in another song that we did about a month ago, and I didn't know he was gonna diss you in that one either. Like all this time you were aching, all this, ever since I did this new song, you were nervous. I already know what it is. You didn't give any replies to the song whatsoever. And I found that kind of weird. I was like, oh, I already know what it is. This nigga's sucking dick. This nigga's nervous right now. He's concerned if the rapist dude is thinking that you knew that I was gonna diss the rapist dude, and he don't want the rapist dude to diss him. Oh yeah, he's shaking in his boots right now over this shit. And what did I feel? I felt like, well shit, if he really feels like that, he deserves to fucking feel like that. If he can't be a fucking man and stand on his own too, and not be worried about the feelings of a nigga that dissed him and said he would never do a song to any of his beats. If that shit got him shaking, then good. He needs to be fucking shaking. And you're just a motherfucking bitch. And only a bitch would feel like that. But look at this. If he had an issue, if you had an issue with me dissing LA and the thing, then why didn't you immediately leave a comment when you first heard the song and let me know off the rip? Why did it take 2 days for you to let me for you to let me know? Until I did a video trying to get you to be a man. You say that in a reply. You could have said that 2 days ago. And if you had an issue with me making the beat actually sound like a good beat by adding those extra elements, you could have also wrote that 2 days ago, but you didn't. It's that passive aggressive, that pussy shit. You can't fuck with pussy niggas like this. You know what I'm saying? They're only gonna come out and really let you know how they feel until they feel there's some pressure on their ass. So this nigga feels pressured. He's triggered by the fact I let him know that he was being on some sucker shit. So now he's letting niggas know what it is. Oh, he's like, oh, you added those elements to that beat. I didn't like that. Even though that's a common thing that motherfuckers do. You look at the liner notes of any dope song anyway, a lot of dope songs, it'll say produced by this person, and then you'll see something additional instruments by this one or that one. It's just a common practice. It's done all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of making music. It's a give and take. It's a synergistic thing. So this nigga makes beats. I make beats too. I heard the shit. I'm like, oh, this needs some change ups. I threw them shits in there and made the shit sound fire. But he kept all this shit to himself until just a little while ago when he got triggered by what I had to say in this video, even though what I was saying was only bigging his little weird dwarf simpleton ass up. You know? So is that everything? That might be everything. But let me just shout out Rio. Space Doodle Lane, pure clown, bro. When he run his mouth, it's full of bum meat. He has no backbone, fam, and he don't respect himself. He is a follower, not a leader. On baby. Word. And the nigga just proved it. See, I was trying to be cool. I be trying to help people. Like I said, fuck all that talking. You have beats, I got rhymes. You want to do a project, send me beat, I churn out rhyme. And I kick back and I live my life. I don't live amongst this thing of dissing motherfuckers every day. I'm actually here to do something productive, but obviously you want to stew in the rotten juices of insecurity and of motherfuckers that feel ineffective in the world, that want to make themselves feel a little better by telling niggas how another nigga's less ineffective than they are in the world when they're all just a bunch of pieces of shit. Right? Stop sucking stick. I like to say stop sucking dick, but I still agree with that. Jurassic Johnny 9919 says, Tone, you can't convince Hogs not to get on his knees for that bum. Once Hogs has his mind fixated with his mouth open to suck off bum dots, there's no stopping him. Ha ha! Word. So, that's what that is. In summary, while you're here on your, okay, fake black dude, let's go, and all this shit that you're going to do that's not going to have any effect on me, I'm going to dig my hand in your pocket and pull out some dollars that you never knew was even there. And if you go to Spotify, you're going to see these songs. I'll even still say produced by B Vlogs just to really put it in your face. And you know, you're going to see some plays on them. You go to Apple Music, your shit's going to be there, but I'm going to be making all the money. At least until you get up off your fat little dumpy ass and decide to make an account where then, because how could I even give you your splits if you don't even have an account? You feel me? But I'm not with this dumb shit. See, you get your little 20, 30 views, or you see a little low views on my shit. You think that that's all it is. That's why I put up my little stat thing that showed millions of plays. And I'm not doing it to flex as much as I'm doing it to say with all that material you have, you could do the same. So if you get up off your ass, I'll break bread with you. But if you decide to be lazy, Okay, let that money pass you by. It's gonna be produced by vlogs. You ain't gonna get a motherfucking thing, and there ain't shit you could do about it. You ain't gonna fight me. You ain't gonna bust a grape. I didn't even like it when you were coming at Rio. The nigga just dissed you on some regular chit chat talk shit, and you got all extra. I was like, I minded my business, but I was like, what the fuck is that about? What's wrong with this little dumpy ass nigga? What the fuck is he on? Like, you gotta realize niggas fuck with you because normally, I guess the real regular you just a cool motherfucker, albeit a simpleton, functioning retard, but still just you just day to day, you just normally be a general cool motherfucker. You do your stream, you make your beats, yada yada, you do your motherfucking thing, and niggas like the fact that you don't engage in the stupid shit. That's your thing. That's your thing. That for the very few people, because only like 3 or 4 people that watch your live streams, but those few people like you because you're not part of the dumb shit. It's shit like this where you feel like you want to jump in the fray with this like projected fake ass ego that you try to build up for yourself when everyone could see you're a simpleton and you're minor. Yeah, yeah. Nobody looks at you with any major That's why some of these niggas, I'm like, why do y'all even respond to this nigga? I mean, there's niggas that's even worse than you that I never would talk to. But the fact that we were engaging in music, that's the shit that would connect me to you. You do music, I do music. Other than that, it's like, huh? Huh? So anyway, go on about your business, cry, complain, and watch the dollars come in. So we got 4 songs. I might even take the one that we're both on together and rob you on that shit too. And I'm put like 5, 6 more new songs, comprise an album, make money in your face. Unless you get off your ass, then I'll break you off. All right, little bitch. Run your mouth, make your songs, do all that ineffective shit. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The ramen noodles video, me crying about videos. Find that, play it, share it, have at it, bitch.